Hey, watch this video before you change your niche in your coaching on speaking business. Because maybe you are in the kind of period where you're thinking about shifting your niche, shifting your audience, shifting what you're doing. It's normal. We all go through that period. But we need to be strategic in the change. Because if we change too soon or if we change in the wrong way, what's going to happen is that we almost have the risk to kill our entire business, because then we end up alienating all the people that have bought from us, our bread and butter, the people that know us for one specific thing, and then we decide to change straight away in the wrong way. We can lose literally all our clients and all our income. Talking from experience, and definitely talking from experience of hearing stories of clients before we're working with us as well. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a game changer. In this video, we are going to talk about a few things about changing your niche. Number one, why or who needs a niching down process or a change of niche process. The risk of doing it and why you shouldn't. I'm going to look at those one as well. And also ways in which you can do it. Like if you want to do it, what is the best way in which you can do it? And I'm going also to give you a few great examples on that. So why, let me introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name is Simone Vincenzi, and I'm the co-founder of GTeX. We turn experts into authorities. So if you want to grow your recurring revenues, increase your visibility, and build a community around your business, you are in the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, whether it's on the podcast or YouTube channel. Da-da-da, now that I said it, let's move on with the rest of the video. First of all, why or who needs a change or niche process? It can be different reasons why. Maybe you're bored about what you're doing, doesn't excite you anymore. Maybe you found another niche where you can feel you can be better at. And maybe you're just done with your business and you want a dramatic change, therefore you want to change it. Or maybe you've just realized that the kind of people that you're working with are not your ideal clients and you want to work in a different categories of people. Or the last situation, it might be, it's just part of the evolution. Something that maybe resonated with you before doesn't resonate with you anymore. And when I started my coaching business, I started first of all in schools with young people. That was the first 4 years. Then I started running an event company. Then we run seminars on helping people how to find their purpose. Then we created training on how to create events that sell. And now we are teaching people how to use webinars and partnerships to get clients and build recurring revenues. Over the past 10 years, that has been my personal evolution and the evolution of GTeX. You might have this natural evolution too. So if you want to make this change, then there are some things you need to consider. Number one is not do it complete cold turkey. In the sense of, I've seen quite a lot of people that they do this. They disappear for 2-3 months while they are refining themselves and refining what they want to do, and then reappear and say, hey, you knew me before because I was doing X, now I'm doing Y, and this is what you can expect from me. So there is this out of the blue, boom, communication dropping things out. Now, what often happens if you already have clients, now it can, or team members, depending how big your business is, but even if you're starting out and you have a small audience, then you're destabilizing them. Because what people don't love is change. And if they already thought about you for one thing, and now they say, oh, you're doing that thing, it's gonna take a while for them to process it and to get on with the change with you. Because remember, your change happened over a period of months or years. Internally, maybe people didn't know. They are just seeing the sudden change, the sudden movement. In that case, then there might be a loss in trust. So where people want to take a step back, just see where you're going, if you're going to change again, because now investing in you doesn't feel safe anymore. Because what if you change again? Are you going to leave me hanging? So that's one thing to be aware of. The other thing is that if you stop serving the current audience and the current people that were buying from you, And I see this from a lot of people that they might work with startup entrepreneurs or with people starting out. They then become a bit bored or too advanced to keep working with those people, and then they want to work with people that are at a higher level. But they don't have those people in their audience. Or someone that maybe helps, I don't know, someone finding, having a pay rise in their job. And now they say, no, I want to work with executives. But they don't have executives in their audience. How it's going to happen is that you need to allow this period of transition when you're building the new audience of people that are going then to eventually buy from you. And if you think how long it took you maybe to build the first one, then you can expect that it's going to take you as much or maybe half of the time to build this new audience. So it's going to be new time where it's going to be involved to attract the audience, then is going to trust you and then buy from you. So if you keep stop serve the audience that has been paying your bills literally and supporting your business and that you've been helping for a number of years, then you're going to actually put your business at risk. I've seen so many people doing that, so many clients doing that, and they said, wow, like my business dropped. I thought I was gonna make more, but actually now I'm making a quarter of what I was making before. And all the people stop buying from me and no one buys my new services. Well, you now don't have the right audience, so you've got to build a new audience. So how can we do it well? Let's move to the last part of this video, because how can we do it well? What are some of the ways in which we can do it? Instead of completely changing your niche, there are two possibilities that I want to give you. One, which is actually, let's start from changing your niche straight away. You want to change your niche straight away, completely do something different, give yourself a lead time. See this as a process of a couple of years, most of the time, where you're still serving your current audience, or maybe even 1 year. 1 year is enough. You're still serving your current audience, and in the meanwhile, you're strategically building the new audiences that are going to replace the people that are buying from you now. You can build relevant partnerships. You can start putting content out that now serves also this different audience that you want. So you're taking people in a period of transition where somehow it doesn't become any more a surprise if you then stop one area and you just focus on the next one, because you have introduced it gradually and you took your audience on a journey. That's a great way to do it. If you want to say, actually, there is another one that I like even more, which is if you, instead of changing your niche and in terms of ideal clients completely, if you change the topic that you are known for within that macro topic that you were talking about. This is called niching down. For example, let's say that you want to, before you were talking about sales and you were teaching sales, or you were teaching confidence. Maybe you were teaching confidence. Then you can niche down and say, actually, I'm going to focus and specialize on teaching confidence for kids. And so now you're niching down in that area. Or teaching confidence for entrepreneurs, or teaching confidence for moms. So now it becomes even more specific. You can make the transition almost immediately because the area of specialization that you had was already confidence. So you are not changing from, let's say, from pizzas to curry, which are two different things, but you're changing, let's say, from a pizza to a calzone. Okay? So it's the same family, but it's a different meal, it's a different dish. Well, that's a more effective way to change your niche and niche down. For example, we used to talk about business strategy a lot, and I used to be known about business strategy, but actually I got really passionate about webinars and doing online and virtual sales presentations. See, it's still part of the strategic, the umbrella strategy, but the webinars and the sales presentation are a part of the strategic one. And it's also easier for me to position myself because there are way more people talking broadly about strategies compared to specifically about webinars. So now my competition is less. It's easier for someone to say, ooh, webinars, Simone, webinars, GTeX. And then from there, we introduce them to the strategic work that we do. after they have a great experience getting their first webinar out and getting clients with that. So now I can I can niche down, be a specific focal point, and decided to niche down on a skill. But you can niche down on a skill like webinars, for example. You can niche down on an audience. I could use like webinars for single dads that are entrepreneurs. Who knows, right? I could do that. And this becomes a great way to change your niche, where you're focusing on the part of the work that gives you the most joy and you love the most, still attracting great clients, and without waiting that year or year and a half that normally takes just for people to change the perception that they have about you. So, recap. In this video, we talked about how to niche down or shift your niche in your current business, why you need it, or who needs it, the risk of doing it, and maybe why you shouldn't do it, or also ways in which, if you want to do it, you can do it. I'm curious to know what you thought about this. Let me know in the comments if you have any question, any additional question. That's generally how I create my videos, by looking at your comments and then creating my podcast episodes or my videos. So cannot wait to read your comments. If you have not subscribed yet on the podcast and your favorite podcasting platform or YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, if you check the show notes and go to webinarconversionkit.com, so it's webinarconversionkit.com. It's an incredible resource that will help you create a high converting webinar in only 3 hours. It's a high converting webinar presentation in only 3 hours. So next time you're running a webinar or your first one, you are going to get clients because you create a great presentation that gets people to watch, to stay on, and buy as well. So webinarconversionkit.com is only $30. Give it a go. Until next time, always remember, together we grow exponentially. Ciao.